Welcome to TradeTheMBI.com. This is John. This report is for the 3rd of, 23rd, excuse me, the third day of Donald Trump, I guess is what you would call it. But yeah, we continued along. Not a surprise. But you do see the beginnings here of MBI White spiking above now. Of course, Magenta still leads, and we're well into this area. So this is where shorts are in their precarious spot. They may start to build here, but they're still facing a lot of upside pressure to it. Likewise, you still have green over cyan, and that's particularly now if you get a spider effect here, now that will definitely be the push to fill back all of this move coming up. But likely the pressure is to the 100%, and a failure to get there would be catastrophic in the sense that you'll have some selling, and if that's all that catastrophic, but it's just the dynamic of things. You can see it's much worse from a NASDAQ standpoint. And so we'll be watching as that breaks down. Of course, we'll see it intraday. I don't expect anything to move until you see the blue moving below gray from the daily standpoint. So you're likely to see some slight consolidation going across here. But again, a shakeout, now that it's moved to positive, has to stay there. A failure to do so, and you're going to flip sentiment-wise. And I think this is part of the problem that the market still doesn't know what to do with some of the Trump rhetoric versus policy. And I think that some of that policy obviously is hamstrung, and it's going to take quite a while to reverse. So that's not going to change things. Of course, Treasury's kind of caught in that same thing. Of course, some of the suspension of, foreign aid, that's not going to make a difference as far as how deep that deficit really is. But the real question comes down to oil and whether you can drive oil prices back down. And you need a long way to go here. So you've got to get well below that 62 range. It's a long haul back, so to speak. From a euro standpoint, they're just fortunate that tariffs didn't happen yesterday, but I think you'll probably start to see that ramp up in phases. Of course, he just sent Rubio to Panama. We'll see how that plays out. Could be an interesting one. And this is where, the idea of talking about conflict, I think it's, Trump models himself a lot like Teddy Roosevelt, talk loudly, but you still have a big stick and may in fact use it. And it comes in a variety of things, especially the economic power of the United States. Though we've seen over time that sanctions are less effective than some might give them credit for. And I think that sort of proved in the day that you're not really going to get that far with them. From a gold standpoint, a little bit of fade off from the 100% right there, but still in a position that it continue its press, and it's going to be reflective of those inflation numbers. And I think we see the same thing with the crypto assets and big hype with new investments and everything. Well, it takes time for those things to start unfolding, and how they'll unfold also becomes a questionary element. And so we just follow those readings, and you can see a big improvement here for ETHs. This could be enough to stave off the doldrums that it's been facing relative to Bitcoin in that. But I think it's just showing that Bitcoin is going to be the focus of many people and how to view where things go, at least from a crypto viewpoint. Looking at the European session right now, here we go. We've got nice little sell-off taking place within that. But if we go back just a little bit earlier to the day, we really haven't changed much. It was mostly just the uprise that took place the other day, and it fills back in. And so you'll open up where all those call buyers get quashed as far as all of their momentum and everything. And, likewise, those who didn't get their puts or had them underwater are now back to even. And you get what the S&P is, a mean reversion market. All fairly straightforward. As always, though, anything relevant, I'll certainly put on the Skype chat for you. Have a good one. Trade well.